Davienomar in the cut, man. How y'all boys been, man? How y'all been, YouTube? Y'all know who it is, man. Mr. Omar, man. Davienomar in the cut, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Omar in the cut. And I'm back with another reaction video. So look, man. We got 10 most feared running backs of all time. Man, we about to get straight into this reaction video, man. Hold up. Let me bump this quality up before I start this video off. And you already know what we about to do, man. Y'all about to enjoy, man. Grab your snacks, man. Mr. Omar is in session. Y'all, I got a banger right here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Grab your snacks. I just tried this. Y'all gonna see this in one of my videos. I'm not gonna tell you which one. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I already tried that. You know what I'm saying? I got the H2O on deck, man. I don't got no snacks right now. Not on me right now. Without the camera. But yeah. Let's get into this reaction video. And I hope y'all ready. Grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab whatever, your chips, and let's get into it.
If you needed a yard, everyone on this list could get you 3. We're talking the greatest power backs ever. A countdown of the top 10 most feared runners in NFL history.
Derrick Henry.
Jim Taylor. Taylor was a member of the original Thunder and Lightning, but he was so much more than that. The Green Bay Packers selected the best running back of their legendary franchise in the 1958 NFL Draft. A part of Lombardi's legendary Packers sweep, Taylor ran for a still-standing franchise record 81 touchdowns. If it was near the goal line, just give Taylor the ball and add the 6 points. While his running mate, Paul Hornung, was flashier, Jim Taylor was the Packers' trusted back on 3rd and 4th down. Ray Nitschke said, he hurt you when you tackled him. The craziest part of Taylor's bruising style was that he never got hurt. He only missed 4 games in the 60s. In 1962, Taylor was a one-man show and led the league in rushing yards while scoring 19 rushing touchdowns. That year, Taylor was the lone back for the Packers, and it was the only year that legend Jim Brown didn't win a rushing title during his career. Taylor was named MVP. Jim's hard hat style made him the first player to have 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons and is the most underrated player on this list. Mike Alstott. Mike Alstott has the easiest fullback highlight tape ever assembled. Some people bounced off tacklers, but the A-Train made tacklers bounce off him, exploding through the A-gap like a bull who just got let out of the pen. Everyone in the stadium knew near the goal line that number 40 was getting the ball, and he was still unstoppable. Even on the biggest stage, he blew through the defense to score the first touchdown of Super Bowl 38. He had these big, bulky shoulder pads and calves that doubled his tree trunks. And if you took a quick glance, you'd think he should be out there stealing Mario's princess instead of bowling over NFL players. Alstott trucked defenders.
He is big as
6
shit,
Pro Bowls
goddamn.
and 3 All-Pros, retiring
Dude, that dude
franchise
eat.
rushing touchdown leader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Larry Zonka. There aren't many Super Bowl MVPs on this list, which is a huge flex for Larry Zonka. Imagine one of the most powerful men in football running at you with a broken and bloody nose. If he doesn't care about his own body, he definitely isn't going to care about yours. Just ask John Pitts, who Zonka struck so hard he knocked him out. That's the first and last time we ever saw a running back get called for unnecessary roughness. Zonka never stopped moving his feet, wearing out tacklers as he carried them past the white line. His nickname was Zonk. Be honest, do you want to come up and tackle a dude named Zonk? In 1972, he was the battering ram for the perfect Miami Dolphins. And in 73, he broke the Super Bowl rushing record at the time with 145 yards and 2 touchdowns to win MVP. His former offensive line coach, Monty Clark, said it better than we'll ever be able to. When Zonka goes on safari, the lions roll up their windows. How many power backs lead the NFL in yards per attempt? It's wild what Zonka accomplished. Larry Zonka defined what a fullback should be. Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah, let me let this commercial go by. Not commercial, I had my phone.
You know why we're...
To me, y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. Marshawn Lynch is the greatest running back of all time, hands down. Nobody got shit on Marshawn Lynch. Easily, he's a fucking god. You know, I'm not sucking him because he's on my team, bro. It's just that every time I watch him on TV, man, I don't know, he's just different, man. He's different.
The Seahawks handed the ball to Marshawn Lynch, who split the Saint defense in half and charged into the open field before he stiff-armed Tracy Porter off the face of the earth. He cut back, breaking 9 tackles on the play, and leaped into the end zone. The Beast Quake was one of the best runs in NFL history, causing a tremor that actually registered on the Richter scale. Marshawn Lynch played with that intensity every down. He invited contact, lived for it. That's got to be why he came out of retirement 3 times. He exploded through collisions, furiously rejecting opponents in his path. Lynch's nickname, Beast Mode, is the best way to describe the way he runs. He flipped a switch. One of his best trucks came as a Raider, when Jarrell Casey thought he caught Lynch, only for Lynch to send Casey's 300-pound body falling to the ground. Lynch ended his career with over 10,000 rushing yards. Now, let's all say in unison, just hand the ball off. John Riggins. Diesel is the playoff power back for the ages. In the 1982 playoffs, he pummeled defenses for 610 yards in 4 games, including 166 yards and a touchdown in the Super Bowl. His iconic stiff arm and 43-yard touchdown run lives on forever as the best moment in Washington history. Riggins ran the counter tray better than anyone before him. He jammed his foot in the ground and refused to be denied the end zone. Super Bowl MVP John Riggins is on this list of power backs after shoving defenders out of the way over a decade and a half. Riggins became only the 2nd player to hit triple-digit rushing touchdowns. And just like Diesel, his engine kept getting better with age. 70 of his touchdowns came after his 30th birthday. The power backs get all the cool nicknames, and John Riggins is no different. His mark left on the game is what it looks like when you never give up and you're a tough SOB to bring down. Derrick Henry. If Derrick Henry you might as well strike up the band. Henry has looked like a world beater since he was a freshman in high school. Let's face it, at 6'4" and 250, you should not...
Oh, he's 6'4". I thought he was 6'5". My fault.
And that?
I know y'all heard me keep saying 6'5". My fault. He's 6'4". He's 6'4".
Basically
That's
sums
me.
up King Henry. Henry took a couple of seasons to grow into a great NFL running back. But once he did, it was night-night for the league. He broke out in 2019, leading the league in rushing yards and touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. Derrick Henry is what would happen if Kratos from God of War threw on shoulder pads. His stiff arms look unrealistic, but they are good for social distancing. Just as
Look.
6 feet away. He's also the best big play power back in league history. His run on Thursday night against the Jags is the eternal highlight to prove it. He dismantled elite athletes with the swing of an arm, holding back.
He's so fast and so big, man.
Record 99-yard touchdown. The last game of 2020, Henry needed a monster game against the Texans to break 2,000 yards, nearly 215 away. Never doubt Tractor Cito. He brutalized the Texans to the tune of 250 yards and is only one of 8 running backs to join the 2,000-yard club. Henry one-on-one is just terrifying. It scared Earl Thomas so much, he just turned around and started blocking for him. Still in the prime of his career, Henry has a chance to finish his career at the top of this list. Christian Okoye. The cool nicknames continue. This time, it's the Nigerian nightmare, Christian Okoye. The Chiefs took a risk on Okoye, but a guy that had 4 at the top of this list. Christian Okoye.
Look at this.
The cool nicknames continue. This time...
Man, look at this dude. Man, what do he be taking? Nah, he big. He too damn big, bro. That's a middle linebacker, bro.
Took a risk on Okoye, but
that's why I'm saying they put this middle linebackers at running back.
At 260 pounds,
he too damn big.
Grand slam home run. Okoye set the league on fire and bullied defenses, growing a nation of fans. His massive shoulder pads covered up a chiseled athlete. Okoye was actually feared by other players, earning his nickname every time he threw on the 35. Okoye's NFL run was short, but just ask people about him and you'll hear the impact he had on the game. Okoye never went down with just one guy, shrugging guys off like annoying little gnats. Most guys made trucking someone look physical. For Okoye, it just looked effortless. In 6 seasons, he reached the end zone 40 times. His domination in 1989, where
That's good. That's good as hell.
1,480 yards and 12
oh, he didn't even touch.
Put him on an all-pro team and won a rushing title. To cap it all off, Okoye was an unstoppable running back on Tecmo Bowl. In a short time, Okoye left a lasting impact on the league and anybody who tried to tackle him. Jerome Bettis.
See, I ain't hear some of these dudes. Oh, he a big boy.
62 yards and 91 rushing touchdowns in his career. Good for 8th on the all-time rushing list. But more importantly, he went from the iffy nickname of the battering ram to the most awesome one ever, the bus. He got the name because Bettis took defenders for a ride every time, dragging them and slinging around into the end zone. Bettis was one of the most difficult men to tackle ever. He was massive and ran like a stallion. Over the years, he got bigger and rounder, yet somehow maintained most of his speed. The Rams regret trading the bus, who spearheaded the tough physical running game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Near the goal line, Bill Cowher knew to take a ride on the bus and celebrate. Bettis wasn't going to juke anyone, ever. He probably could, but he had no reason to be finesse when he was the game's most powerful runner. Bettis was a true workhorse back who got better as the game went, or people just got tired of tackling him. He finished his career as a Super Bowl champion in his hometown of Detroit. After taking the bus all throughout the U.S., he finally retired in Motown. Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell was a unit. Coming out of high school, former Oklahoma and Cowboys head coach Barry Switzer said he was so good he could skip college and go straight to the pros. The Houston Oilers traded the farm to get Campbell, and he paid them back immediately. In his first 3 seasons, he was an All-Pro, won the rushing title, and was named Offensive Player of the Year each season. Campbell was named MVP in 1979. But you're here to see the best power backs of all time, and Campbell was just that. For those 3 years, he was the most feared man in all of sports. He never evaded collisions or tried to juke and spin past a defender. He tried to go straight through the tackler. Earl Campbell was so aggressive, he pushed technology forward because you needed a cryotherapy bath after going head-to-head with him. The Texas Bell Cows shortened careers with his runs. He ran for 9,407 yards in just 6 seasons, averaging nearly
6 seasons? No way.
yards a game.
No, I don't believe
you
it, bro.
couldn't stand in front of Earl Campbell, and even when you ripped his
Almost 10,000 yards in 6
jersey
seasons.
off, he still somehow got into the end zone. Campbell's power is one of a kind, one we may never see again. Jim Brown.
Oh, I know
The
Jim
greatest
Brown.
power back of all time lived by this mantra. Make sure when anyone tackles you, they remember how much it hurts. Playing against Brown must have been dejecting. He never dodged contact or ran out of bounds, punishing you for even putting a helmet on and playing against him. Not to mention, he's one of the greatest running backs to ever live, winning the rushing title in 8 of his 9 seasons, and retiring with numbers that would take 20 years to get even near them. See, you didn't hit Jim Brown. He hit you. He ran directly north and south and into the end zone. Brown retired nearly 60 years ago and is still 6th all-time in rushing touchdowns. That's how physically dominant he was. In an era when running backs were getting clotheslined and assaulted, Brown was the schoolyard bully. He had a combo of speed and power built like a machine that allowed him to breeze through defenses like they were standing still. Brown retired knowing he could play for another 5 years if he wanted. He even thought about it when Franco Harris got close to his rushing record in the late 70s. That's how dominant and powerful Jim Brown is, and why he's the greatest power back to ever live.
Well, man, that's a dub video, man. I hope y'all enjoy y'all snacks while you're watching Mr. Omar, man. Brought this off the screen. Man, thank y'all so much for watching, man. And please, thank y'all for enjoying this video, man. Give it to 100 subscribers, man. We say this big 80, man, tonight. Come on, man. Say this big 80 tonight, man. You know, show love, support, man. I know y'all love my videos, man. Go ahead, subscribe, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't no love. Showing love. It's not $1, not $5. It's free. 100% free. All right, man. I'm about to cut. I love y'all, boys. Y'all be safe out here, for real.